Whereas though, these motherfuckers just doing the same shit. Somebody might be getting some paper, you might not be getting some paper. And they think like this is just, like life stops here.
The only reason why I'm here, I need my check, bitch. Put that on the checklist, then get reckless. I ain't gotta flaunt this, be honest. Yeah, I know that money coming. I feel my palms itch. Slowly applying pressure, no wonder why they hit that panic switch. Yeah, talk your shit, yeah.
Friends, family, and supporters, welcome back to a brand new episode of Conversations with the Culture, episode 9. I'm your host, the Prince Clay.
It's Jack.
It's Jay.
And today we have two special guests joining us in today's conversation. So, without further ado,
how's it going, y'all? I'm Jayden. I'm from Virginia Beach.
And I'm Nick from Dallas, Texas. I'm also a photographer, the head photographer for Heart Studio.
yes, sir. Let's go, man. Hold on, first and foremost, I want to thank y'all for coming on the podcast. A lot of people cannot do this, but you guys, are here now with us today. The cameras is rolling.
Appreciate you having us.
Hey, man. I like you, bro. Yo, your stories, I'll be like, I gotta have them come over here, bro.
Let's be honest.
You be talking your shit on your story, bro. So today is, not today.
This month,
Yeah.
men's mental health. Listen, fellas, it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
All right? If there's something going on, speak about it. See something, say something. We got to help our brothers out.
Don't be afraid to, talk to somebody, because if you don't talk to nobody, the situation is only going to get worse. So it's very important to talk to somebody. Y'all got any input on that?
Yeah, I agree with you guys 100%. Like, most of us can't do this by themselves.
Yeah.
So, like, what they said, just talk to somebody if you don't feel well, Don't suffer in silence.
My ad is in the video somewhere in this general area. You can hit me
It's
up.
gonna be right here. It's gonna be right here.
Right here. Right here. You can hit me up. I'm always available.
And then y'all, no?
My thing is, we'll talk about that later as we prolong into it.
So I do my mental checkup. So how was y'all week?
It was a little busy and hectic, but hey, man, it's the weekend, and I was able to, put my little favorite mod in my car. So my car's a little zippy.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I'm great. All blessings, boy. The highest power is really doing what he's supposed to do with my life right now. You feel me? It's all kinds of blessings, but we're gonna get that later in another conversation, in another episode.
It's my mood. No, I'm good though. I'm good. I'm blessed.
Yeah, I'm good too, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to see the bigger picture still, But all of that, yeah, I'm good.
He just saying Uzi.
It was lit too.
I seen it with him too.
Yeah, he did too.
I'm straight.
I forgot to
you know what I'm
mention
saying? Just chilling. Maxing and relaxing, taking it easy.
How y'all?
Doing pretty well.
Good. I'm Pulled in the building. What up?
Pretty well, Biggie. Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into this conversation today. First topic: the truth about regrets. Who wants to start that one off?
I can do it.
Okay.
So, regrets. Where can I start, really? I can say I don't have much regrets with everything
Facts.
I've did in my life.
Facts.
But, there can come to a point where you can have a regret, like, you killed somebody, like, that's kind of messed up,
You'd be surprised though.
Yeah, like, that kind of regret. I've done some bad things in my life, and I learned from it. So, I used to... Oh, should I go into dates? Okay. All right. When I was in grade school, I'm talking 5th grade. I stole $50 from my grandmother's credit card. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I was that kid back then. But then, I didn't think about it at the time because, it's like, you gotta survive and adapt. But really, I'm just some young kid not knowing, you have to actually work for it to get what you want. So, fast forward a couple years later, I learned that, wow, that was selfish on my part. So, we live and learn, like I said, and, we take those past experiences and have it shape us to the person we are today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If that was my grandmother,
Oh, I got.
she'll be like, go outside, pick your own switch. And I'm gonna whoop your ass with that switch.
Hey man, I got all the. I got the smoke from my parents, man. It was,
OG stuff.
Listen, man. I don't even want to get into what my granny boy. I'm talking about 9 years old. My granny talking about some damn. You out here with me now. I'm gonna learn you one. You better sit down somewhere. I remember because I ain't even getting into it. Anyways, how I feel about regret, right? I don't live my life with regrets, but the minute that I do feel regret is I was just fucked up at that time. Yeah. You feel me? I was like, I'm fucked up. And that's where that regret comes at, and it festers, and after that, I easily and almost instantly disperse it. Because I don't like living in regrets, you know? Because if you sit and live in regret, it hinders your progression forward.
That, I don't mean to jump in, but that kind of drives to like mental health as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I definitely agree with that. Like, just thinking about regret, you know what I'm saying? It kind of will put you in a position to not even achieve the goals that you want to achieve. I've been through a lot of shit, but I don't regret nothing. Cause also like Jayden said, like it builds you into the person who you are today. Like it gives you that character and that, you know, that substance that you need to achieve and inspire people, you know. I think that's really it though, because I don't really regret too much. Like, you live and you learn, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's it, you know?
I be regretting a lot sometimes, I ain't even lie. But if you're looking on a longer, like a different spectrum, you know what I'm saying? I feel like before now, 'cause I'm 30, so before now, it's like I regretted a lot of stuff when I did was younger. I ain't take nothing really serious. So now I'm a little older, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I take stuff a little bit more serious. Yeah. So like you say, you don't live in regret, but the truth about regret is more so you get a lesson out of it, so you won't stay in regret. So, but I regret stuff every day, you know what I'm saying? You get gas, you be like, man, I should have started gas, it's $2.98. Yeah. Now you up the road, you paying $3.40 something for gas. Yeah. You know, even though you look at it on a bigger spectrum, you can look at a small spectrum. We all live in regret, I feel like, on the daily. It's just, people don't think of it as regret because we put so much connotation that, oh, regret is this and regret is a big old thing. When in reality, we live in regret every day, you know. I don't know, I'll flip you, though. I spend black on some $2.99 gas. I'm from Cali. You know what I'm saying? In California, that's like $5. I spend a block on some $2.99 gas. $5. But when you done passed up multiple gas stations, you know what I'm saying? You bite the bullet on that one, you pay $3.48. Nah, if you want some cheap gas, talk to Porter. He know where to go. Porter know where to go. You know where to go. Where to go to P? Where you going? BJ's, man. Go to BJ's. Cheap gas out here. By Costco. It's like, I think it's like, what is like Virginia Beach Boulevard? BJ's. Yeah, it's I think it's by. Nah, but I agree with y'all. I don't regret anything in my life. You know, I chose to do it, and from that aspect, when you decide to make that certain type of action, you live and you learn, right? Facts. I think growing up as men, right, when we're like boys, sort of say, we kind of regret certain things, right? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you stole your grandma's money, like. Yeah. That's, around that time, I would regret it because I know it's gonna come back and bite me in my ass, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna have to go outside and get that switch so she can beat my ass with the stick that I fucking picked. I tell you one thing I regret, I was just telling my homeboy this the other day. I should have joined the military in 2014 instead of 2020. Cause I'll probably be way more off, like as more as like. You'll be closer to retirement. Either that, I don't know if that was a joke or what. You know what I'm it's either that, or I probably would have learned more military, cause a lot of my mindset is more civilian. Cause I've worked more jobs, and you have people coming in at 18. Already second classes. Already second class, and then they don't have the leadership because it's like if y'all in the military, man, y'all understand what I'm talking about. If you ain't in the military, cool, whatever. But for the people that's in the military, it's a certain level of a game you got to play. So if I had joined at 2014, I probably would have been well off versus now having to listen to a younger, higher ranking person versus I got life skills. They got Navy skills and I listen to them, but they don't want to listen to none of my life skills because they already got this entitlement. I'm a second, I'm a first. So that's one thing I do regret as far as like.
I don't care what you know.
Yeah, they don't care what you know.
My world.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, that's the only problem and regret I probably live in.
Mm-hmm.
But day to day, I take that as a lesson and just push forward, you know.
As far as I go, like, I don't regret, leaving the hood, right? Because in that aspect, like, I wanted to do better in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all know what happens when you remain in the hood. What's the word? You become
a product of your environment.
That's it right there.
You in there with a bunch of crabs.
I don't regret, breaking up with all my exes because again, all that does is better me as a man because, again, 2 words, I lived and learned from those situations, and that's only going to better myself from those exact moments and points in my life.
Amen to that, brother.
Anything else on this topic y'all want to mention?
No, that's all I got.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, you live and you learn, you know what I'm saying? So when in doubt, do what you gotta do. So this next one is kind of like, it can go either way, right? You got your homies, you got your significant other.
I'm about to go crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You got your boss. So what do y'all think about, people in your life holding you back? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Crazy.
It's bad. It's definitely bad. But at the same time, true friends gonna push you to. They gonna push you. Mm-hmm. I seen this on this other podcast. Snoop Dogg said it's a gap between your old friends and your new friends, and to close the gap. I ain't saying this verbatim, but to close the gap, it's like you got to come back down to their level. So every day you evolve. Every day you somebody else different the next day. So if that's your true friend gonna be right there. But you start, as you grow, you start to realize that wasn't a friend, or that friend wanted to stay right there. They support you, but they wasn't a true friend. So friends, I believe friends don't really hold you back. You hold yourself back because you're accountable for your own self. So if you put the blame on your friends, it's like you're not taking responsibility for your own actions. So, but that's just me.
Yeah. I think it's a Future song, and that's like, you was with me when I was back there. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's like, you was with me when I was back there. You supposed to be up here with me. Now you talk about we friends. We ain't no more friends. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that on a different level for real. And I ain't gonna say like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't shooting it. I ain't disrespecting no ops or anything like that. But like, growing up in the hood, I grew up in the hood most of my life. You feel me? And you meet friends, and it's easy to become a product of your environment. And as you continue to level up, you start to notice that there's people who wasn't even with you for real, asking you for shit and stuff like that. So it's like, it's weird. So when it comes down to friends holding you back, I genuinely feel like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I believe all friends hold you back. I ain't gonna cap. I believe all friends hold you back. But if you got somebody who was with you in the gout, like I'm talking about in it when it was thick, that ain't your friend.
Right.
That's family at that point. I don't feel like, because that's when, at that point, we could walk into any room and I'm gonna pick you over anybody in that room.
Do you feel like family holds you back then?
100%.
Yeah,
that's crazy because you was
100%.
They do. My grandmother, when I worked on the railroad, my grandmother, now I don't think my family gonna see this, but I'm just be real. So I love my grandmother, but her brother worked on the railroad, he had a heart attack. So when I got older and I worked on the railroad, she said a prayer and she asked the Lord to tell me, my spirit, not to work on the railroad. Same thing with the Navy. Her brother seen a crane, something hit him. He went crazy in the head. A crane hit him. So when I joined the Navy, she was like, nah, Nick, you don't need to do that. And it's like, if I had a better relationship with my grandmother and I held that close to my heart, I probably would have never went out for my dreams and get my paper and my money, you know what I'm saying, and live my life. None of that stuff happened to me. I live a healthy lifestyle. Doesn't mean I had a heart attack on the railroad or I'm going psychotic in the Navy. I'm enjoying my time. But due to her, if I had to listen to her, it would have held me back. So I feel like family and friends in the same synopsis, they both can hold you back if you let them.
For me, I know everybody, other people got to talk. My
you good, bro, you good.
But for me, family is more than blood.
Okay.
I got family members who I won't even consider real their family. Like, people don't know nothing about me for real. But I'm gonna pick the people who I done went through that mud with.
Right.
Over them. Cause they done been there.
But what if they using you? You may think that they're, on your side, but once you decide to pick them up where they can get advantage, at what point do you be like,
In life, the real will prevail.
okay.
Remember that. In life, the real will prevail. At any point, if somebody is solid and you're questioning the judgment of them being solid for real, at some point, it's gonna come out. They're gonna get put to that test.
The truth will.
And they're gonna have to stand on it. And me, I'm gonna make you stand on it. Cause losing me as a close friend is worse than doing me dirty for real. Cause you're gonna, like Tupac said, you're gonna be my friend forever. We dogs for life. Once I consider you someone close to me, we cool for life. We just fucked up. At some point, we gonna get to this finish line. We may not get there together, but I'll see you there.
I'm gonna let y'all speak, you know what I'm saying? I got a question for that.
Go ahead. What you got?
Okay. When I looked into this topic, I saw it in more of a negative connotation, right?
Yeah.
So, friends holding you back. You'll really know who your friends are once you get a little older. You're gonna have that one friend maybe that's always an asshole to you because they're telling you what you need to know, not what you want to know. Your real friend, like the friends that tell you you're just fine, let's go drink, let's go do this, oh, you should be doing this, if not, I don't think you're cool. Those are not your friends. Like, they are, like, the assholes, Like, your real friends, they have your best interest in mind. That's the biggest takeaway from this topic.
Okay.
It's just, like, your real friend will, like, be there for you in the long run and always, like I said, have your best interest in mind. Look out after you, like, follow up on you, like, if we want to talk psychology, like, you're like, they give you that eye contact all the time when you guys talk to each other. But what I've noticed is that, like, through my life, growing up in high school, I was kind of oblivious to how, like, I saw who my friends were, because they just straight, like, they're just telling me to do things that I don't want to do.
They already know that. They just sort of like test you and put you on that.
Test me, yeah, but then if, like, my actions and my thoughts are not within their favor, it's like, no, I'm moving on from you. And I've gotten that a lot.
Yeah.
But going back to the first topic, I don't really regret it because, like, they like, you live and learn, but I'm not gonna change myself to fulfill their wants from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be my true self. I'm gonna be Jayden. I'm not gonna be this person or that person. So, yeah, man.
What you got, Jack, man?
So referring back to Nick on, like, just taking accountability for yourself and your own actions, right? So your friends holding you back definitely, it's not really the problem. You know what I'm saying? It could be like, all right, so we hang out every day on a day-to-day basis, no matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, growing up in the hood, we on the block, whatever. Chilling. Everybody feel the love. Everybody think it's love, like real love. Whereas though, these motherfuckers just doing the same shit. Somebody might be getting some paper, you might not be getting some paper. And they think, like, this is just, like, life stops here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we made to be, just here, And it's a fucking big world out here, whereas though you can travel, you can see different stuff that inspires you to do more, you know what I'm saying? And everybody doesn't have to live on that aspect of just being a rapper, you know what I'm saying, a drug dealer. It's a million jobs out here, you know what I'm saying? So it's just making the right decisions and the thing is, like, my friends are still my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ones I grew up with, they still my homies, they still my friends, you know what I'm saying? But we just had 2 different routes. You know what I'm saying? I just split it up. All right, well, this working for y'all, but this ain't working for me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm gonna go this route, try to build some leverage, you know what I'm saying? And they still, when I go back home, they see it. Oh yeah, dude, you doing your thing, I see you, you know what I'm saying? And just to get that, you know, they still support you. They not on no hating shit. Like, I told you not to even go mess around with them people, you know what I'm saying? No, they just like, yo, I see you, keep doing your thing, you know, stay motivated, get your paper, like,
Yeah.
you know. So at the end of the day, it's all on you. That's how I look at it.
Go ahead.
Like I said, man, I'ma see you at the finish line. We may not get there together, but I'ma see you there.
I agree with all y'all, especially with Nick. It's not your friends holding you back. It's you.
Yeah, it's you.
You holding yourself back because you have the opportunity to make those necessary changes in your life, and that's facts.
Let me say one more thing. I'm gonna interrupt you.
No, you got it.
But, so, like I said before, you know, I joined the military, right? Mm-hmm. Now I'm drinking on this yak right here. It's a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to chill. But listen, you know, I was like that short, not short, I am short, but fat skinny. Fat skinny.
I know somebody who got that nickname.
You know, and talking about,
Is he up there in that photo? Oh, he not up there, my bad.
No, but yeah, talking about friends holding you back. So I got really into fitness, right? I had a chief who was about my height. He was big. Yeah. And when he was in Afghanistan,
was he big?
Nah, he was big. Okay. He was benching 500 when he was in Afghanistan. But he said one thing to me I never forget. He said, "Hart, you're not working hard enough." So would I say that's a friend? No, that's just a person giving you some little advice. But I chose the path because I've always wanted to be a bodybuilder. But I chose the path to get into fitness and understand the nutrition, when you can and cannot drink, the types of drinks you need to drink. Tequila is the healthiest one. But just certain things about the body. Yep. I got a partner back in Louisiana right now. I said I was gonna go to this show. He's like, "What you doing? What you doing? You ain't doing right." That's a friend because me and him used to drink. We had the trail rides all the time. You get drinking beer around the horses and everything. But as soon as I said, okay, I'm about to do this bodybuilding thing, he was like, do it. So everybody who has told me to do it, and I'm doing what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? That's a friend. But you got the other people who be like, bro, why you want to look that big? Why you too short to look that big? I'm like, bro, that ain't really necessarily a friend because if you know anything about the anatomy and about body, it takes time and work and what you eat and all that other stuff play a factor in looking a certain way. And then genetics. I can't stand negative. So it's like the knowledge. A lot of friends, since we talking about friends holding you back, a lot of friends don't have the knowledge and they go by what they see on social media. Oh, well,
they hit you with the, oh, it couldn't be me. I couldn't do nothing like that.
That's what I'm saying. So you couldn't do nothing like that.
So why are you talking to me about that?
So you projecting how you feel on me. Is that really a friend? That ain't no friend. So, but yeah, that's how my spit, you know what I'm saying?
Like I was saying, no, that was a good point. Like I was saying though, like it ain't your friends holding you back, it's you holding yourself back. You have the opportunity to, make those decisions in your life. So for me, I never been in that situation before, I'm sorry. But I've seen a lot, especially in movies, especially the black movies. Like you got that one basketball player that have so much potential. I'm talking about NBA prospect, but you got that one friend, that's in the streets, and they causing trouble. But the dude with the talent, you know what I'm saying, people already know that they link together, right? So when they see, his drug dealer friend, they see who?
Yeah,
the basketball player, right? Yeah. So he's fucking him up because he's making bad decisions, and that's kind of like a good example of your friend holding you back. Mm-hmm. So in that exact moment, how would you go about that?
In that moment, like
like your friend, he a drug, what I'm saying, he all into the...
So the thing is, right, so growing up in the streets and shit like that, So it's usually like, so I can get from my experience, right? So when I did go to college, right? So my cousin was in the streets like heavy, but I used to always want to come home. You know what I'm saying? Just to be around and shit. Like, you know, like you get that feel like when you grow up in the streets, you be like, damn, like this shit. These my homies, like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be around them. So my cousin used to always ask me like, yo, like what you doing here? You know what I'm saying? But like you also need those ones too. Like being as though this is my route, that don't mean you gotta take that route too. You know what I'm saying? This is my way of living, but I still want you to do better in life. You know what I'm saying? But as for that situation, I can't really like speak on that too much because I ain't been through no shit like that. I can't say like what I would do and shit like that, but
to piggyback off what you were saying, I can relate. You feel me? Because the same thing, my biggest thing, especially when I first joined, was like, oh yeah, nah, I gotta go see the hood. Every time I come home, first thing I do, get in the car, I go back to where I grew up. Ride through, you know, hop out, hit the candy lady up, hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? The whole shebang, you feel me? And like, it just gets to a point as to which, you know, you run into some people and they like, you realize that, you know what I'm saying, there's some people out there who like, hey, nah. Cause like the OGs definitely tell me to catch out all the time. Like, nah, you ain't supposed to be out here. And it ain't because they don't mess with me. It's because, you know what I'm saying, they seen that I got out. Cause the whole purpose has always been when you in the hood is to get out the hood. And once you get out, you ain't supposed to come back. Cause what you coming back for?
So with that being said, my bad, bro. So that brings us to the topic.
You know what they say about the hand on the shoulder, man. You know what I'm saying?
We like,
Look, man, but like, I'm trying to tell you this is cat here, all right, bro. But the truth of the matter is, man, what does being your biggest supporter mean to you? Like, what does that mean to you?
Sorry.
Go ahead. What you got, man?
Being your biggest
biggest supporter.
First word I can think of is self-worth.
Right.
I'm invested into myself.
As far as my mental health, my physical health, I love working out. And my spiritual health. Those are the three biggest things that I invest in. Now, I'm not just saying this because, you know, like I think I'm the best person and everyone else is below me. No. Like, I take care of myself first before I take care of others. That's how I roll. So, you know, like, self-worth, like, it's not measured by validation from others or what others think of you. It's how you carry yourself.
Come on.
Right? First thing I do in the morning, I fix my bed, right? So I come back home, and if I have a bad day, I look at my bed, I'm just like, wow, that's a really nice bed that I just made. I don't even remember like when I made it because, you know, time kind of flies. I'm just always doing things.
You don't hop about the bed and turn your swag on? I like what you did there, bro. I do. So I feel like we should all do that. You know what I'm saying? Say 3 things that we do that invests into ourselves. Because that's part of being your biggest supporter. Because like you said, investing into yourself, that's your biggest investment. Yeah. You feel me? Because for me, I invest into my health and wellness, mental health and wellness especially. My spirituality and my morality. Because as a man, you gotta have morals. You gotta stand on what you believe. Otherwise, because even if the whole world don't agree with you, at the end of the day, that's what singles you out as a man. Your ability to stand on what you genuinely believe. You feel me?
Absolutely, 100%.
What singles you out as a person, it's not even just a man, though. You know, I feel like speaking on self-worth, you know, I think within the last like 2, 3, maybe 4 years, you know what I'm saying, if I had to say I built my self-worth reading, I used to hate reading, you know what I'm saying. Now I love reading, you know what I'm saying, it's more of a piece. You get to talking to people, man, people tend to make me mad, piss me off, because they'll say, now I'm like, this is really how you think? Now I don't want to be mean to nobody, but now I got a thing of saying, you stupid, you stupid. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, you know, disrespect nobody like that, but now I be like, huh? But being your biggest supporter, just to tap in on the topic, I feel like you got to be your biggest supporter. If you don't support yourself, then who else will support you? Because you know what I'm saying? A lot of kids these days depend on mama and daddy, or they depend on auntie, grandmother. They are dependent. Whether they grandmother, friend, whoever, they dependent. Yeah, and that's not good as an adult. You know what I'm saying? You grow up, you be like, well, what do I do next? You know what I'm saying? So if you got a dream, you're a rapper, which is where everybody want to be, you know.
Doug won my round.
Yeah, you know.
Won my round.
Matter of fact, since he brought that up, I gotta say this. You know, Sexy Red come out with a lot of craziness. But one thing I do have to say about her to give her respect is that she actually is her biggest supporter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't go against her because she actually do what she do.
Y'all ain't gonna cheer? The fuck?
What?
Did y'all hear what she said? That she's like, y'all ain't gonna cheer?
No.
To throw that alley-oop to me, man, for real, like being your biggest supporter is very, very, very important. Coming up, I used to do, music, stuff like that. And my homies, my family members, they wouldn't repost my shit. So I'm like, all right, bet. But back then, I was still young, so I took that as, they don't really, fuck with me like that. Yeah. But I get older, I'm like, nah, bro. If you are too worried about someone reposting your work, it's going to drive you to a certain level, right? Mm-hmm. Be your own, supporter. Because when you make it, you're going to feel good about yourself, right? And I don't blame them for not, they don't owe me shit, right? Even though, we touched on this, a couple of episodes ago, right? It don't cost no money to repost.
Support is free.
Support is free.
Support is free. Subscribe, share.
Some people don't get it, though. They, like I said, we can't blame them because, it's their account. They get to do whatever. But I feel like it's just one meme. It's like a bunch of people on the left-hand side and the right-hand side is, empty. And I think it was, the congratulations versus the
the word
type shit like that. So, all you guys said, being your biggest supporter is very important. You are yourself. Kind of don't be afraid to post something a million times. Don't reach out to your friends, but can you post this? Don't do that. Don't do that. You wasting your time. I mean, yeah, cool, you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
But you gonna see it the fuck again.
That's what I'm saying, though. And when you make it, you can't just. They expect you to be man, nah, bro. I know everybody that reposts my shit. I know every single person that keep reposting my shit. And I'm gonna be the one to support them first. I'm gonna show them love first because they took the initiative to repost. Literally, I can take my phone out right now. You know what I'm saying? I'll take my phone out. Boop, boop. I ain't break a sweat, right? I ain't lose no money.
Right.
Facts.
Right?
But you notice when you support yourself, whether it's a friend or just somebody you know, they start to support you too.
Yeah.
But when you're looking for that, and it's also a sense of value. So if you value your work, right? No matter what you're doing, whatever your dream is, if you value that and you continue to put it out, then they gonna see how serious you are about your work, and then you'll start getting the support.
Yeah.
But that also goes under being your biggest supporter.
Being confident.
Confident, exactly.
That's what I was gonna say. Confidence is number one, because you can't discredit yourself for how much work you put in.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a time for you to prevail.
Facts.
Even though they ain't see it now, they might see it, you might blow up in 2 years.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's no limit to when you're going to pop. Yeah, definitely confidence is a good, I don't know, what do you want to call it?
It's a stepping stone to it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
to being your biggest supporter. Your biggest supporter, being that, you gotta go hard, man. You gotta do shit that people not doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And with that, you're not looking for validation. You gotta want to do it as well. Just fucking want to be known, want to be networking,
shit ain't easy.
So
people expect to go to the gym and want to come out Who the fuck? They want to come out looking all big, but you know what I'm
Like
saying?
Ronnie
Results
Coleman.
ain't gonna come
You know
out.
about Ronnie Coleman?
You know,
There you go. Come on.
big. In 5 days, you gotta be in the gym 24/7. You gonna get those results. It might not be a month, it might be 3 months, but you gonna see a change in yourself, man.
Well, you gotta master your craft. So whatever craft, I know we talking about working out. We, you know, some military, but it's not necessarily working out. You know, it's more so just you gotta master your craft. Like I'm a photographer, that's cool, but somebody may be a painter. So if you paint one painting, post it on the gram or show your friends, they probably gonna be like, that shit look crazy. And you probably gonna be mad, you gonna get in your feelings because as an artist, you take your work serious. But then you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and be like, dang, that shit really is whack. And as you progress, you be like, okay, I went to go buy these color pencils. I went to go buy this type of paint. I went to buy this canvas. I did this. Now your homie's gonna be like, bro, you ain't buy the Jordans? Nah, because I spent $400-500 on the canvases. That's investing in yourself versus buying the Jordans. Now if you got money like that, you can get both. But sometimes you gotta sacrifice some stuff, you know, to get where you wanna go. I got a homeboy who rodeo. You know what I'm saying? Rodeo, if you know anything about Western wear, that stuff is not cheap. From the horse to the saddle to the boots to the clothes to the belt buckles, none of that stuff is cheap. So every day it's a work, it's a stepping stone. He gotta sacrifice this, that, and the third. So y'all look at that's country, but cowboy boots is $400, $500, $600. You know what I'm saying? And people will wear them for a whole year. But then people go buy Jordans, one pair $600. In the next 3 weeks, they buy another. That's $1,200. Got money like that. So like I say, it's a sacrifice as far as being your supporter, somebody supporting you. It boils down to a sacrifice. And as an artist, yeah.
All right, let's get into the YG prayer segment. What's up?
I got you, everybody. Bow your heads. Highest power, we come to you again, as usual, because you know what is life without prayer? Life without prayer is purposeless because we have to have direct communication and contact with you. Let you know that we feel your warmth and love. Last time I was telling you to protect us on our journeys as we continue to make it. All I'm asking is that you continue to protect us as you do so well. Protect us, guide us, lead us. Feed us, nurture us. Give us guidance. And make sure that you continue to point our life in a direction. It may not be the right direction to us, but we know regardless of what you put us through, it's for a good reason. And your strongest soldiers have the biggest battles. So thank you for protecting us and allowing us to be your strongest soldiers and continue to allow us to flourish and grow. Amen.
Amen. Y'all know the drill. Y'all wanna come up? Y'all wanna come up? Y'all wanna come up? Rocky over here like, yeah.
Let go.
He got
Come on, man.
Come on,
We
man.
don't bite.
She bring our shoulder from.
Come on, yeah, come on. Yes.
In the weight.
Yes.
Yeah, you come out.
Yes.
Just the front.
Come on. Over here. Give me that. Look at that. I know. Yeah, look at that.
So, we are at the end of this episode. I can't believe it's episode 9.
Grab
Next
that.
week, we got episode 10 that we'll be filming.
Right there.
Like I said, every episode, we would not be here without you guys. You guys are our supporters. The numbers wouldn't be where they are right now if it wasn't because of you guys. You know, we got something special coming to the world. Y'all see this?
I feel like the chick off The Price is Right.
New merch on the way.
New merch on the way.
What code are we
You better
using to
come.
get what percentage off?
Oh, code coming soon.
Nah,
But all I'm telling you is, I need to get some of this merch. This shirt right here.
support us.
Listen, man. Cause like I said, you ain't nothing without your highest power.
Yeah.
You believe in
I see
what you
this.
believe.
I'm saying.
But conversations always start
With the culture. We have everybody. You don't just see black folks on here. You don't just see black folks on here.
It's always starting with the culture.
Again, it's episode 9. I'm your host, the Prince Clay.
It's Jack.
It's Jay.
And I want to thank our special guests for coming on. Y'all could, you know what I'm saying? So y'all spill again.
Jayden from Nic.
Oh. Nick from Dallas.
Yeah.
It's all love.
Uh-huh.
It's all love over there.
Yeah.
That's a wrap to episode 9, man. Like, comment, subscribe on this video. Tune in.
We got the long sleeve.
Why grandma about that? Nick B the building.
We got the long sleeve. We gonna have hoodies, sweaters. Hell, we might even have some socks. Y'all tap in.
Had it wrong, but I got it right. Nowadays I'm having better nights. Kept it rolling like I'm on a bike. Destiny, I never wanna fight. So I don't only want her for the night. And she might have to get a ring right. She love my name, she gon' say it twice. Gotta